Alright guys, so today this is a review and overview of this product, Conexan CX31993 versus Venture Electronics Odo or ODO, whatever you call that. As you can see, I have 3 of them, actually 4. By the way, ano to, sa phone ko nga pala to. I'm controlling my phone using my PC. The first one here is the KC Castor. That's the Harman version. Yan yung binili ko nung last December. And yung Castor yung nilagay ko dito sa first part, sa pinaka-top. Since its impedance is somewhere between 31 to 35 ohms. And yung sensitivity niya is 105 plus negative 3 decibels. Hindi naman sobrang sensitive and hindi rin sobrang less sensitive. Somewhere between lang siya dun sa range na yun. Kasi merong ibang in-ear monitors or even headphones na less sensitive pa dito. And higher yung impedance. Sa plug type, 3.5mm. Yes, that's the common connector na makikita nyo sa mga headset, headphones. And nakalagay dito, you can upgrade it to 2.5mm, which is the older one. Yun yung smaller brother niya. Pero the 2.5mm and the 4.4mm is balance connectors. Itong dalawang to, unlike the 3.5mm. And lastly, USB-C cable. Yes, meron ng ganyan today. Pwede nyo palitan yan to USB-C cable. Kung wala ng headphone jack yung smartphone nyo, just connect it to the Type-C connector of your phone and you're good to go. Pin type 0.75mm or pero yung type niya is QDC or C-pin. So may magkaiba to sa B-pin. Yung B-pin yung parang medyo angat ng konti yung connector nun. Ito siya sarado talaga halos like konti lang nag-show sa labas ng in 2-pin na yun. By the way, this is the upgrade cable, the QKCT1. Another dongle, which is yung Venture Electronics Odo or ODO. It's just the same. So, yan, naka-attach siya sa cable sa 3.5mm single-ended tawag or SE for short. Kasi may isa pang version nito which is yung 4.4 balance. Si Castor ko is pinalitan ko yung default niya na tips kasi yung left side niya, which is this one, lagi siyang nalalaglag. Kaya pinalitan ko yung kanyang tips. Aftermarket tips. Actually, tips yan ng ng isa pang IEM, which is yung BGVP SGZDN1. Nasa baba lang nito. So, yan yung first. By the way, ito pala is itong Odo na to, Veclan Odo, is nagtest ako nito sa 3 kong or even 4 na IEMs. First ito nga, una, yung KC Castor's Harman version na ito yung pinakamahirap i-drive sa meron ako ngayong set. And the second one here sa baba niya is yung KC EDX, the right one sa right earpiece, and the TRN V20 which is nasa left earpiece. Magtataka kayo kung bakit ko pinag-combine silang dalawa kasi first of all, yung each side nila is nawala ng bass. And I also mentioned it previously sa iba kong video na itong rather sa unboxing ng KC Castor Harman version. Si EDX, yung kanyang left side is na humina yung bass for no reason. And then si TRN V20 na damage yung kanyang diaphragm ng dynamic driver. Kaya nabawasan yung bass and pumangit yung tunog. And lalo nag-recede yung balance armature niya sa loob. Kaya lalo humina. Kaya yung natira na lang gumagana dyan is yung kanyang left side. Kaya it's a strange pair between them. And dito sa specification nila, KC EDX, back then popular to, is ang impedance niya is 23 ohms. While TRN V20 has 24 ohms. Hindi sila nagkakalayo ng impedance. Sensitivity wise, EDX has 112 decibels while TRNV20 has 108 decibels. Hindi rin sila nagkakalayo sa sensitivity. Plug type, nakikita nyo dito is it's 0.78. Pero itong EDX B-pin siya. Like yung sinabi ko kanina, si Castor has a C-pin which is mas malalim yung ano nun, yung pag binaon mo siya compared dito kay EDX. Same thing, upgradable din. Yan lang yung kagandahan sa mga in-ear monitors na to. Like, you can upgrade the cable to a good one. Marami dyan sa market natin. You can also buy online, Shopee, Lazada, AliExpress, Amazon. Marami dyan. And magaganda yung quality nun. And lastly dito, si BG VP SGZ DN1. Actually, ang bilis na sold out nito nung nabili ko. And konti lang yung mga nagre-review nito. Kasama ng TRNV20. Konti lang. Impedance niya is 16 ohms. Ito yung in-ear monitors ko na may pinakamababang impedance, which is halos same din na mga common impedance ng mga ibang headset or earphones. Siyempre sa mas cheaper na price. Kasi at the time that I bought this, mahal to. Kasi marami siyang included na accessory sa package. May kasama ng case eh. Pero wala siyang box kasi binili ko siya from Indonesia. Seller from Indonesia. And sa Shopee din. Yun lang yung nagustuhan ko nung nag-unbox ako nito. Pero matagal na yun. That's 4 years ago. Pero until now, it's still working. As I said, yung impedance niya is 16 ohms. Then, sensitivity is 110 decibels. Almost close kay EDX since 112 decibels. Hindi sila talaga nakakalayo sa sensitivity. The higher the sensitivity, the louder it will sound. And also, yung impedance nakaka-affect din sa, sa loudness din ng tunog. Then, yes, upgradable siya. Pero yung pin type niya naman this time, instead of 2-pin connectors, is MMCX. So, ang difference nila is si 2-pin is mabilis or rather mas easier siya tanggalin compared sa MMCX. But itong si MMCX connectors, meron siyang ability na once na pag na-connect mo yung connector sa kanyang port is meron kang maririnig na locking mechanism na click. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya basta-basta matatanggal. Kahit na maikot-ikot mo siya, hindi siya basta-basta matatanggal. Kaya yung ibang in-ear monitors gumagamit na ito. Like yung sa Shure and sa Sennheiser na brand, yun mga expensive in-ear monitors yun. They use MMCX instead of 2-pin connectors. And about sa other technicalities, si Casey Castor is dual stack dynamic drivers. So, dahil sa kanyang design, it will consume a lot more power. Pero hindi naman yung sobra. Yung tama lang. Kaya that's why andito si Venture Electronics Auto, which is surprisingly mas kaya niyang i-drive itong Castors ko compared dito sa Conexant na si X31993. By the way, meron siyang variant which is yung Pro version. Hindi to yung Pro version eh. Iba yung itsura nun. Lang siya, yung chip niya lang is si X31993. Bale, yun lang yung name niya. And si Venture Electronics, kilala to na brand dito sa Asia na nagmamanufacture ng mga cheap but reliable na products. Sa website nila makikita nyo kung ano yung mga yun. At meron pa silang ibang mga dongles dyan. Except pa dyan sa meron isa ito sa mga popular nila na products na dongles, USB-C dongles. Meron pa nga yun yung Abigail, tapos yung Devastator. Yung Devastator mas powerful yun and much better in build quality. So dahil again back sa design ng Casey Castor, it's dahil sa kanyang dual stack na crossover and design, it will use more power than the other IEMs na meron ako. And that's why binili ko itong Venture Electronics Auto. Then next one, itong Itong isa, si EDX by KZ, is just a single dynamic driver configuration. Konting pasada lang sa mga IEMs na ginamit ko sa test. So itong by the way, itong si TRN-V20 this is a hybrid in-ear monitors, meaning dalawa yung drivers niya. Magkaiba yon. Yung dynamic driver, which is common sa lahat ng mga in-ear monitors na chip, and also sa mga earbuds, headphones, and yung isa pa niyang driver is yung balance armature driver, which is goods sa pag-produce ng high frequencies. Lastly, si BG, yung itong DN1 na lang, tawag, ang haba kasi ng name. It is also a hybrid one. One balance armature and one dynamic driver. By the way, yung size pala ng dynamic driver nito is 8mm. Same size nung nasa KC Castor na nagpo-produce ng high frequency. They're both dynamic drivers, but itong sa DN1 is for low frequency and yung balance armature is for the high frequency. And I think they both shared the same role pagdating sa pag-produce ng mids. Going to the two products, itong CX31993 na non-pro, tatawagin ko ng non-pro kasi wala siyang nakalagay na CX Pro. Ipapakita ko yun. Hold up. Yan, itong Pro version. Iba yung itsura niya eh. It comes into colors. And yung price nito is almost same lang din sa Odo and sa J-Kali JM12 na dongle din, na USB-C dongle. See the difference? Balik tayo Yan. Dito ako bumili sa shop na to eh. Ito yung J-Kali JM12. Yan. Halos magkakasing price lang din sila. Tapos yung Devastator, unfortunately sa Lazada wala akong nakita. By the way, take note, hindi ako sponsor ng company ito. I'm just reviewing their product. It's my first product na nabili ko sa kanila. Ito yung Odo nga. Ito yung Devastator. It's more expensive than the Odo. And kung titingnan nyo, parang halos yun lang din yung build quality. Pero ano naman yung wire niya? Copper. Yan. So like I said, ito yung details nila. Unahin ko muna itong sa Conexan CX31993. So yan, basahin nyo. If you can pause this video para basahin nyo. Actually galing din sa Lazada tong details. Actually, I like the build quality nito compared sa Odo. DAC sampling rate 32 bits, 384 kHz. Same lang din sa Odo. Kasi yung chip nitong si Odo is KT02H20. Magkaiba sila. So, ano yung much better sa kanila in terms of sound? Well, sound quality, almost the same lang din. The only difference between them is itong si Odo. Much powerful siya compared kay Conexant. Manonotice nyo yan kapag nag-test kayo ng sources. Like sa akin, yung Redmi 10C ko na smartphone. Na-notice ko, yung same lang din yung sa sound. Wala naman silang pinagkaiba. Kasi itong mga dongles na to, they won't change the tuning of your IEMs. Bumili ka pa na mas mahal dito na dongle, it's just the same. Meron, pero maririnig nyo sa mga high-end. Like, mas maganda yung dynamic range, mas detailed siya, mas nadagdagan yung resolution sa treble, and etc. Ganun. But the rest of the sound, no, it's not gonna change that sound completely. Price, they're almost the same din. Ito, nabili ko to si Odo, may discount din kasi, 280 to I think yung original price, almost 300 pesos. But in terms of power and drive, si Odo is mas stronger compared kay Conexant. Na-notice ko yung 5 decibels na difference nila sa sound. And yung ginamit ko na, ito sila, yung tatlong yan. And then yung ginamit kong music player sa test nito is yung Hi-B music player. Kasi binabypass nito yung built-in na DAC ng digital to analog converter ng Android phone ninyo. Bago kayo mag-connect, nag-a-ask mo na siya ng permission na magko-connect ako ng kunyari yung Venture Electronics Odo. mag-asa ng permission, tapos i-allow nyo ba or not. Inalaw ko. Same thing with the Conexant dongle. So, nakita nyo naman, starting from dito sa Harman, ito silang tatlo. 16 ohms, 23 and 24 ohms, and the Castor, somewhere between 31 to 35 ohms. Yan sila, yung mga tines kong IEMs. Alright, going back again sa volume. So, ayan, nakikita nyo, USB hardware. Nade-detect nyo yung Venture Electronics Odo. Ito yung volume ng Castor sa Odo. Yan, 15. Wala pa siya sa half ng volume. While, ito naman, ito sa KC Castor to itong pinapakita ko. Itong nasa baba, next one. This is the EDX, the right earpiece, and the TRN V20, the left earpiece. I'm surprised. 1/3 or 1/4 ng volume is malakas na siya. It is due to their low impedance. Lower impedance rather. And yung sensitivity din nila mas mataas compared sa KC Castor's Harman version na much harder to drive. Sa ano pa lang to, Venture Electronics pa lang to, Odo. Itong sa baba is yung Conexant naman, yung first na nabili kong dongle. So you can see, 20 sa Conexant. That's 60 to 67% ng volume if sa Android If you compare this sa Odo, 20 yan take note. 15. It's not even the half. Kasi yung half nito 17 So nakikita nyo yung 5 decibels na difference nila in terms of loudness and yung power delivery. It's very noticeable. Ito pa, yung sa, again, itong sa EDXN sa TRN. This is the Conexant one, 14. Yung volume niya. And going back here, 9 lang. So, ilang ano yan. That's based sa ko yan sa, yung sa safe loudness na kaya kong pakinggan, hindi yung sobrang lakas talaga na mabibingi ako. Ito yung safe range ng malakas na talaga. 9 sa Odo, 14 sa Conexant. Nakikita nyo yung difference. It's negligible. Then, itong sa isa ko naman is yung Conexant pa din, yung sa BGVV DN1. Actually, nakamad na yan na masking tape yung nozzle niya since pag tinanggal ko yan, yung kanya masking tape, sobrang bright, ang sakit sa tenga. Kaya nilagyan ko siya yan, yung parang yung as dampening material. Kasi yung balance armature niya is nasa front ng nozzle. Kasi dati may merong filter yan, tinanggal ko. Kasi isa din yung filter na yan nakakadagdag sa sharpness ng treble. And oh boy, still masakit pa rin sa tenga yung kanyang treble. Ang peaky, ang bright, sobrang bright. Kaya ang ginawa ko para mabalanse yung kanyang response, pinalitan ko yung kanyang default na tips, ear tips, and pinalitan ko ng yung aftermarket na meron ako. Tapos nilagyan ko siya ng masking tape sa nozzle, tapos nag-poke ng konting holes para makapag-allow yung treble. Pero hindi na siya harsh. Na siya. Tapos sa Conexant, by the way, back again sa hardware volume niya. 15 sa Conexant. Take note of that, 15. Same track. Alright, same track. Then, going sa Venture Electronics Odo, 11. So, yan yung, again, sa ko yan sa perception ko yan ng safe range ng loudness, yung malakas na talaga. 11 and 15. 4 decibels difference. Diba? Laki. Alin yung mas worth it dito sa kanila? Almost same price lang sila. In terms of power delivery, much powerful yung chip nito ni Odo, which is si KT02H20 na DAC. Compared dito kay Conexant na si X31993. So, syempre, kung ako sa inyo, pipiliin ko tong Odo. Can you imagine this small dongle is powerful enough to drive? Even yung headphones nga sa video ni Andy, even the planar headphones, kaya niyang i-drive. Pero syempre, huwag kayong mag-expect ng syempre na mas malakas yung volume. Syempre may flaws pa rin tong dongle na to sa cheap na sa ganitong kamurang presyo. Syempre itong Castor kaya niya pa yan. Mga 31 to 35 ohms kaya niya pa i-drive yan. Pero higher than that, you need a headphone amplifier. Kahit yung class A lang. Ayan, to conclude the video, Conexant CX31993 versus Venture Electronics Auto Review. They are just the same. Yung tuning, sa tuning wise, hindi naman nila completely binago yung tuning ng Harman version ng Castors ko. Loudness, power delivery, auto wins. Sa build quality, si Conexant CX31993, not the Pro yung CX Pro, no. Iba to, iba yung meron ako dito. Technicalities, siyempre mas lamang yung Conexant, but I rather spend kay kay Auto for more power delivery and performance. I find Conexant somewhat brighter than Venture Electronics Auto. So thank you guys for watching again. So it's medyo mahaba-haba tong video na to. Actually, hindi ko na sinama yun sa PC kasi halos same lang din yung sound quality. So, panalo dito si Auto. Nakita nyo naman sa mga pictures. So, that's it guys. Thanks for watching guys. Salamat sa patience ninyo. Medyo mahaba yung video na to. Always stay safe and have a great day.